As I mentioned in my previous video, that I was going to just do a recap once the series is over, whether they win or lose. And so what I decided to do is added an element to this. Each game they play, I'm going to just say, did they win or did they lose? So here we go. Here's your recap of the first round between the San Antonio Spurs and the Portland Trailblazers. Well, game one just finished up, and this is one of those nights where there was an impressive performance by Denny Avdia, their all-star in the regular season. He had an impressive debut in his first playoff game, but sadly, that was the only bright spot for this game. Now, Portland did make it interesting throughout the first three quarters. They kept it close. They made a nice run in the third quarter. They had several opportunities to take the lead. They could not do it. San Antonio went on a run, and it was basically over in the fourth. San Antonio wins 111-98. Well, game two is over, and this time Portland brought the energy. It was still competitive. Oh, sadly, Victor Wembanyama, their star big guy, took a nasty fall, and man, he went down hard, and he had to go to the locker room. He was out for the rest of the game because he was in concussion protocol, but San Antonio was fighting tooth and nail against Portland, and the Blazers won 106-103. Let's go, Blazers. Game 3 was upon us in Portland, and that arena was rocking to start off the game, and the Blazers started playing like they were real comfortable in this game, and they had Spurs pretty much on their ropes for the first half of the game and the first half of the third quarter. But then all of a sudden, they just stopped playing. And all of a sudden, Portland can't get the loose ball. They can't get any shots to fly. They're shooting nothing but bricks. I mean, they went from Rip City to Brick City. They could not recover. They just totally just had no energy in that game. And they lost 120-108. That means they are down 2-1. They play Sunday at home, but I really believe this series is over. I don't see the Blazers winning another game. I think this is going to be over in 5. I'm calling it. Spurs are winning in 5. Well, game 4 came and went. They started off pretty good in the first half. In fact, they had a 17-point lead going into halftime. But the third quarter, they just fell apart. They could not buy a bucket. They could not make shots. They only scored 35 points in the second half. And they lost 114-93. So it's safe to say that this was the final home game for the Blazers of this season. So let's just see how bad they get beat in San Antonio for Game 5. That's all I have to say about that. Well, we finally made it to Game 5, and San Antonio definitely looked like they wanted to finish this. They wanted to leave no doubt, and boy, did they come playing. This game was pretty much over from the opening basket to the very end of the game. Portland just typically could not find the hoop. Nobody could shoot the ball well. And Blazers lost 114-95. And so the season is over. And it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen in the off season with what kind of changes will take place. I might make a video in a couple of days. I'm not 100% sure. But what do I think is going to happen this offseason? Well, it's definitely going to be an interesting offseason. But hey, this was a good season for the Portland Trailblazers. They had a winning season. They qualified for the play-in tournament. They made the playoffs. They won one game. I was hoping for one game. I was hoping that they would not get swept. And I called it. And I figured that they would lose in 5. I called that, so nothing to hang their heads. They'll learn from this. And so, great season, Blazers. Thank you.
Rip!